Alola, how we doing? Ryan B. Hebert here, and welcome back to another episode of PB's Event Reviews, where I review some events that I've gone to, give you some advice, and tell you how they went. Pretty simple, pretty easy, and I'm making a comeback here. Haven't made a video in a couple weeks. I do apologize, as I've started up school and I've been quite busy, but let's not stop the show now. Let's just get going, okay? So, first of all, Nashville Worlds. Folks, I went to the World Championships in Nashville, Tennessee. That's right, Nashville, Tennessee. If you're saying, whoa, PB, Ryan, aren't they in California? Friendo, the last time they were in California was last year and the year before that. So you'd be right to assume that, it would be in California again, right? Wrong. It was about time that the World Championships decided to move once again after coming from Boston in 2015, moving over to San Francisco in 2016, Anaheim in 2017, and then now coming back to the middle of the country in Nashville, Tennessee. First of all, we've covered, where was it? Nashville, Tennessee, very easy. How did I attend and participate? Well, first of all, you have to qualify for the World Championships. Did I do that? No. Guys, if there's anything that I can tell you all about the various regionals I went to this season, I did not do well. And this is due to a lot of reasons, but for the most part, I just had bad luck, as a lot of players say. And I tried my hardest, but I really wasn't invested in making Worlds. I was more invested in trying to just get to events in general and be a presence in the community that basically is just there for anybody who wants help. That's my goal. This year, I am doing more of a focus on trying to get a Worlds invite, so that's going to be our goal. But there are plenty of things to do at the World Championships besides participating in the official Worlds Championship Series to be the World Champion. So I played in the Nashville Open. It's a regional that's been going on since Boston in 2015. Basically, it's a lower regional, so the price for this regional was $30, and basically we believe it had the same point payout as a regional, and you play in the current format, and you play against a lot of great players, a lot of great talent, and usually a lot of day one players who were knocked out for rankings in day two for the World Championships play in this tournament to get a head start on next season. So it's a really fun tournament, and you just get some really great play, and you get to see some really amazing people along the way. If anything, Pokemon is about making friends, and Worlds is the place to meet people. Some of my best friends in the Pokemon community are from Worlds that I've gone to. I've gone to Boston's Worlds in 2015 and 2018 Worlds this year. So, I made some great friends along the way. In fact, let's get on over to some interviews I took with some of those friends. Check these out. Hey, what's up, guys? Ryan here. I'm going to be interviewing some players and some friends of mine that participated in Worlds this weekend and the Nashville Open. So let's get started. Okay, so Nate, you made it to Worlds. You made it to day two. You made it to being 42nd in the world. What was your experience this weekend at 2018 Worlds, Nashville?
It was phenomenal. Certainly didn't expect to get as far as I did. Very happy that I did. Couldn't be more proud of my performance, and wow, everything there was just fantastic. It was everything I ever thought it could be, and so much more.
Oh, entering Nashville. Look at that city. Thoughts? First impressions, peeps. Anybody? Hungry?
Hungry, yeah.
Yeah, we've been in the car for how long?
8 hours? Probably more than 9 hours now.
Wow.
Throw in the extra hour for all the stops and stuff.
Is anyone injured? There's a board for anyone that's injured.
Maybe one part of me.
Yeah. I know. You've been rejected by Nick for this trip quite a few times, so.
Oh boy.
I mean, I would be injured too if I were you.
Hey, I don't let him reject me though. What do you mean you don't let me?
I think I'm gonna stop the video right there before it gets any more complicated. Okay, cool.
We don't want people to know that I'm actually legitimately breeding my team right now.
Hey, I power breed. There's a difference.
Nate.
Yes.
The Nate.
I mean, second Nate. I wasn't gonna go with numbers, but if you want to be called second, Nate, that's fine with me.
I mean, I'm not the one that competed today or this week.
But you still went to the event, is that correct?
Yes.
How was it, my dude?
I mean, I can definitely say, so this will be my second Worlds comparing. I went to the 2016 Worlds. It's definitely a much better event. For anyone that doesn't know, the 2016 Worlds had a much harder thing for the spectators. Also being said that this one had an open, I can definitely say that I had a much greater time, even though I went 2-3 drop in the open. I really wish I had competed more this year. But it was fun just being with friends this weekend. I can say that the staff were really on their thing in this event as well, especially with how big this Worlds was, being at about 270 for day one. It was definitely hard for them, but I can definitely say that this was a fun time that I had.
Thank you.
So we've been traveling throughout the morning here. This is Nick. Adam's fast asleep over there.
In the bag. I want to see like dive onto your pillow and forget it's in there.
Nate right there has been driving through the night.
Dude, this is what happened like
Adam's
2 days
taking
before.
over for him. We're
Forget about
we're getting hyped. We're about 3 hours away from Nashville now. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, let's see if we can get there.
Nick Frank, arguably probably one of the best circuitry players in, this format and last format. And let me not forget, Circuitry Whimsicott, the key combination that has gotten you multiple top cuts, including the Nashville Open. Nick, tell me, what was your experience like as a player here in Nashville?
It was great. A lot of great people to meet. A lot of just the fact that it's Worlds, everybody coming together as a community of people and just playing the game we all love. It's great. It's great to see, great to experience, and definitely would go again. Next year for sure. Even if I don't get my invite, I'll go again. So definitely recommend it to anybody that doesn't make it or does make it. Either way. But yeah, definitely would do it again.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Nick. Franz, you made Worlds. How was your experience?
I had a great time. I played day one. I went 5-4, and I decided to finish the games after I was out, just for the experience and the good games. And I wanted to have fun. I met some good friends, and yeah, it's great.
I heard that you helped a senior with a team that got second place at Worlds. Is that true?
Yeah, I did. I practiced for 60 hours. I gave him some pointers and flow charge, and he actually did really well with it. And he made finals, and I'm so proud of him.
Why take the time as a Masters player to help out a younger player in the community? What does that mean to you?
I want to grow the community, and especially as a Dutchie, we're not that big of a community. And we try to grow the community, and we're trying to make each other better. So mentoring a senior just seems natural to me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Franz.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so you've heard from Nate, Nick, and Franz, a Dutch player from the Netherlands. Good stuff. Pardon me, the apartment Airbnb that we're staying in is very hot. As you can see, I'm like very sweaty, and maybe you can tell, but all the other guys are pretty sweaty too. It's been a really hot time here in Nashville, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'll come back to you in just a moment here with the other Ryan in Chicago in a much cooler, calmer, nicer room.
Welcome back. How we doing? So yeah, you just saw those clips. It was very hot in Nashville. Somebody decided after the first night to turn the thermostat down to 56 degrees, and it caused our air conditioning unit to freeze over and not work for several days. And the person who owned the Airbnb didn't tell us about this and didn't get back contact-wise until basically on the last day we were there. Oh yeah, just bump it up a couple degrees each time. What? So we had a lot of people staying in our Airbnb as well. So one night we had about 20 people staying in our Airbnb. We We were only supposed to have 10. So there were a lot of people. I had my own bed. I brought an air mattress with me, so I was good the entire weekend. But I did feel bad for my friends who did go but didn't have a bed. They just slept on the floor. Because a lot of players, what they'll do is they'll go, hey, if you've got a place for me to stay, I will sleep on the floor. That's what a lot of people do. And if you're young and you're spry, do it. I'm almost 21. And my back is going to hurt, and I'm going to sleep, and I'm going to have a bad attitude if I don't sleep in a bed. So that's why I brought an air mattress. That's just who I am and what I do. But if you can sleep on the floor and be happy with that, go for it. Go for it. Really, go for it. Pokemon events are truly an experience, and if it means that you have to sleep on the floor every once in a while, I recommend it. Why did I like Worlds? Well, for one, it has the largest selection of international and domestic players ever. People from all over the world and all over the country, speaking about the United States, because that's where I come from. People come from all over to check out this event. And it's an event that is actually recognized by multiple news sources, such as CNN, BBC, that sort of thing. People recognize that this thing is happening, and there's a lot of people going to Nashville, Tennessee for a Pokemon World Championships? What? Yes. So it's a really fun event, and there are just a lot of things to do. Worlds events are usually held in cities where there are lots of things to go and do when you're not playing Pokemon. So that was the other really great thing. There was a Country Music Hall of Fame. There was a huge stadium right next to the convention center, which also was beautiful. One of the most beautiful convention centers I've ever been to. It looks brand new, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was new in the last 4 to 5 years. I know Nashville's been really revamping its economy and doing a lot of things for tourism. And also food is a big thing in Nashville. Going to bars and things. I didn't get to go to bars because I wasn't 21 yet, but it was a great time. It really was a great time, and I appreciate it. Bad things, Nashville, Tennessee is near the middle of the country. You're starting to go down south, so especially in the summertime, it can get hot. And, that's the same for California, the same for Boston, the same for DC, Hawaii. You're not going to avoid a hot World Championships because they're usually held in mid to late August. So, unless it's unusually cold, which it's usually not, it's going to be hot. But I think the thing for me that I've experienced with this World Championships is that from here on out, I'd probably stay in a hotel as opposed to an Airbnb for Worlds. What I found was that the Airbnb was a little overpacked for my comfort personally, but I appreciated the opportunity to be there and have a place to stay that didn't break the bank. I think I've been spoiled a little bit by being able to stay in some really nice Airbnbs and hotels and not be overcrowded at regionals this past year. And I know I'm going to keep going with that, but the thing is that I think Worlds should be something that you spend a little extra money on and have a really great time. Things to take away from this event, overall, talk to people. If you go to Worlds next year, which, by the way, it's going back to Washington, D.C., so I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'll be there. But be open. Be open-minded, say hello to people, get to know people. Don't be afraid to sit down and say, hey, can we play a game? If you're in the middle of a tournament or a player's in the middle of a tournament and you tell that to them, then they're probably not going to play. But if someone's just hanging out with some people and you know that they're, down to play a game or something like that, whether you've got a deck of cards or, since my channel is focused on VGC, if you've got your DS with you or your Switch or whatever you happen to have, if you, unless you play Pokken, which, by the way, funny Pokken story, I signed up to be in the Pokken Last Chance Qualifier event. The last time they had one for VGC was a little while ago, I believe. Pokemon doesn't do that for the video game or card game anymore, but they still do it for Pokken. So I signed up to do it. First round, my opponent didn't show, so I got a win. Second round, I was knocked into loser's bracket after facing a pro player whose teammates stood behind me and were making comments the entire time. I didn't have headphones. I didn't realize I could have headphones for Pokken, so I basically heard people saying behind me, why isn't this guy reflecting anything or doing this or doing that? And they're basically like, dude, look at his hands, man. He's just clicking buttons and he doesn't know what he's doing. And I was just like, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I signed up to do it because, the Friday before the regional that I participated in, I wanted to do something. I didn't just want to watch Day 1 Worlds. I really wanted to partake in something because I had taken this trip. And so participating in Pokken LCQ was the perfect thing for me. They had various setups in the venue. They had a Pokemon Let's Go demo for trying out. They had lots of side events that were being run really well. I heard great things about the side events that weekend. And yeah, honestly, I kind of mentioned the things to take away here, but be open, be caring, be kind. And yeah, World Championships are really a special time, and Nashville was a special time that I'll always remember. It really just all this nostalgia for my first Worlds in Boston just kind of came back when I was there. And honestly, every time I visit a new place because of Pokemon, I'm always in awe. Always in awe of the region, the city, the people. I mean, the hospitality of people in Nashville was beautiful. I won't forget it, and it's a special place that I'll always remember, and the friends I was there with, it was a great time, and, if that can't be seen through the videos that I've taken and that sort of thing, I hope that you can make it to a Worlds one day and see how I feel. Yeah, and, if you ever see me at events and want to ask me questions about it in person, please do so. I welcome fans or just a friend, anybody coming up to me and saying, hey Ryan, what was this like at Worlds? Was this there? Was this there? Or, if it has to do with the PC, mid-season, showdown, regional, guys, just let me know. But thank you so much. I'm going to wrap up this event review. It's been a pleasure to be back. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Have a great night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever you got right now. And how we doing? See you later.